Today we're going to look at section 12.4, the subjunctive mood with verbs of will and influence. Verbs of will and influence are often used when someone wants to affect the actions or behavior of other people. For example, Enrique quiere que salgamos a cenar. Enrique wants us to go out to dinner. O Paula prefiere que cenemos en casa. Paula prefers that we have dinner at home. In English, verbs and expressions of will and influence often use a construction with an infinitive, such as I want you to go. This is not the case in Spanish, where the subjunctive would be used in the subordinate clause. I want you to go becomes quiero que vayas. There's sort of three different parts of a subjunctive sentence. The first being a weirdo verb, in this case querer, the connector que, and the third part being el subjuntivo. Therefore, I want you to go becomes quiero que vayas. The reason why we use the subjuntivo mood instead of the indicativo mood is because we're sort of expressing a hypothetical or speculative nature. Will or influence doesn't necessarily mean that the next thing, the second verb in the sentence, will happen, and we express that speculation really with the subjunctive mood. These are several widely used verbs of will and influence. Aconsejar, to advise. Desear, to wish or desire. Importar, to be important or to matter. Insistir in, to insist or to insist on. Mandar, to order. Necesitar, to need. Pedir, to ask for. Preferir, to prefer. Prohibir, to prohibit. Querer, to want. Recomendar, to recommend. Rogar, to beg. And sugerir, to suggest. Some impersonal expressions, such as es necesario que, es importante que, es mejor que, and es urgente que, could be considered expressions of will or influence and therefore require the subjunctive mood. So when the main clause contains an expression of will or influence, the subjunctive is required in the subordinate clause, provided that the two clauses have different subjects. For example, mi mamá prefiere que yo saque la basura. In the main clause we have a weirdo verb, in this instance, prefiere, with the subject being mi mamá, the connector que, and in the subordinate clause, que yo saque la basura, that I take out the trash. Because we have the weirdo verb, the connector que, we need in the third part the subjuntivo to express sort of the speculative, or rather really will or influence that's being put in this verb. Other examples include, les sugiero que arreglen este apartamento. I suggest that y'all fix or sort of clean up the apartment. Recomiendo que se organicen en equipos. I recommend that y'all organize yourselves in groups. Indirect object pronouns are often used with the verbs aconsejar, importar, mandar, pedir, prohibir, recomendar, rogar, and sugerir. In English, we put it after, usually. I suggest you to study, or I suggest that you study. Te aconsejo que estudies. Or recomiendo que barran el suelo. I recommend that y'all sweep the floor. Le sugiero que vaya a casa. I suggest that he go home. O le ruego que no venga. I'm begging you not to come. Note that all forms of prohibir in the present tense carry a written accent, except for the form nosotros. Prohíbo, prohíbes, prohíbe, prohibimos, prohibís, y prohíben. Por ejemplo, ella les prohíbe que miren la televisión. She prohibits them from watching TV. O nos prohíben que nademos en la piscina. They prohibit us from swimming in the swimming pool. An infinitive is used with verbs of expressions of will or influence if there is no subject change in the sentence. For example, no quiero sacudir los muebles. I don't want to dust the furniture. O es importante sacar la basura. It's important to take out the trash. Paco prefiere descansar. Paco prefers to rest. No es necesario quitar la mesa. It's not necessary to clean the table. Because there's no change of subject in the sentence, the subjunctive isn't required in the next verb. And instead we would just do like we do in English and use the infinitive, like to dust furniture, to rest, to take out, to clear the table.